Well, he has Meteor Beam on his own armor. He actually outspeeds me. He's a fast armor rogue. Is that choice? That has to be choice scarfed. That could be choice scarfed armor rogue. Oh yeah, I avoid the armor. Oh my gosh, I avoid. I better one-shot him in return. Colossal, bro, you gotta one-shot this guy into return, please. Get him out of here. You gotta get him out of here. He missed his move. Now you gotta land yours. Get the one-shot on this thing. Prove why you're worth it. Why are you worth using on this team? Just a +1. Gotta land this. You gotta land this and get the 1 KO. There it is. Get wrecked. What a stroke of luck that was. We ended up dodging the Meteor Beam. We got the KO on the Golden Goal, which wouldn't have happened if I would have died. And we got the double KO on the Armor Rogue with the... What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H VGC. Coalossal was one of those mons that actually was incredibly good back in the Dynamax era. Personally, I never played Sword and Shield, so I don't 100% know, but at least from what I've heard, it was really good back in Dynamax era. One of the best mons, especially in doubles VGC. Now with the lower power format being Regulation H, can Coalossal actually have some type of use in this format? That's what we're going to find out today. It's actually a team by Yoshi Plays. If you guys want to use a team, rent on the corner, paste down below. We're going to be featuring this today. It's a team around Coalossal and a bunch of other kind of more standard stuff. Mainly the one thing I kind of wanted to use this team for was the Coalossal, because we featured it before in like some of the more like past formats when there was a lot of higher power levels and it really wasn't the greatest. But now I think it has the best chance of ever actually being able to do something at least in the Regulation H, with the power level being a lot lower and being able to have a lot more stuff that's kind of unique, having at least some type of viability if you can use it or find a use for it. So I'm going to try using this today. Got the Coalossal on this team with the Power Herb Meteor Beam, so you get that +1 boost. You also have Scald and Heat Wave there for double stab, especially with the Water Terra. You have Steam Engine, which gives you +6 speed if you get hit by like a water type move. That's what the Jet Punch is for on the Palafin. So you can self-proc the Steam Engine if you really want to. You also have Trick Room. You can run this thing under Trick Room as well. So it's kind of cool. You have 2 ways to run the Coalossal on this team. Safety Goggles, standard Incineroar set pretty much. Mystic Water Palafin, kind of more standard set with Haze for stuff like Dondozo or like setup garbage. Like Muck or Smeargle shit, that's going around again. I've ran into that a few times. Gosh, is that AIDS. That's great for Haze though. At least Haze kind of negates a lot of that stuff. AV, standard Rillaboom, Life Orb, Terra Normal, Ursaluna, really standing Throat Spray. Trick Room, Helping Hand, Fragraph. Kind of more of a standard team apart from the Coalossal, but we're going to see how it does. Let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here with the game. My opponent's running a Rain team, so that actually might be a decent match for like Terra Water Coalossal, if I can get hit with like a water type move. He has the Pelipper, Arclodon, Garchomp, Golden Go, Fragraph, and Titi. So what do I even bring here? I guess Palafin ain't bad, especially if he brings his own Rain, I guess. I think I lead Palafin here. I bring Incineroar. Ain't bad versus him, especially versus 2 of his mons. I guess it ain't bad versus half his team. Depends if he brings the Rain stuff or not. I bring the Coalossal in the back. I think I bring Rillaboom here. I think that's what I bring. You guys liking the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, really helps me out. Got a lot more stuff on the way you guys don't want to miss. Leads in DD and gold. That's why I kind of wanted to lead the Incineroar here too. Let's get a knockoff onto something and get some solid damage on the first turn. I just don't really want the Palafin in here. I kind of got to switch this thing out. Just reset the terrain too. It'd be pretty good here. So I'm just going to switch out on this turn. Go right into Rillaboom. Get our terrain up. And I'm going to knock off the Golden Go here. He has Terra Dragon. Oh, he's gonna Terra this thing. Terra Fairy then? Or Terra Water, okay. Just made yourself weak to Grassy Glide, but I think if there's some to Terra too, I actually don't really care about the Indeedee being Terra'd. That's completely fine, like I don't care. Trick. What are you gonna give me a Choice Scarf? Choice Specs. Choice Specs John Cena. You can sure see him now. With Rocky Helmet. It's fine, I don't really care. Like, I just go after the Indeedee here. Like, I don't really give a shit at all. I do not care at all here. Like, I could go for Fake Out if I really wanted to. He could switch here too, I guess. But, like, what on his team really wants to take a Wood Hammer? I just Wood Hammer here. I just skip the Fake Out and Wood Hammer or something. And then I'm just gonna knock off the Golden Go here. If he has Arclet on, he goes into Arclet on right now, or Pelipper. You're not gonna want to take a Wood Hammer though. That's for sure. It's almost one-shots the guy. It's the trick again. Now you're giving yourself an Assault Vest, which is about to get knocked away. It's a solid amount of damage. Not enough to get the KO though. I think I just Grassy Glide here. I Grassy Glide, Pelipper, get it out of here, and then I just knock off again. I don't know, my opponent's not really doing much. Like, he can go for Trick all he wants, but he's not doing damage, and I'm just shitting damage all over him, so... Get rid of the Pelipper, that's nice. Knockoff's not going to do as much because he has no item anymore, but still solid chip damage. He just mainly wanted my terrain gone, I think. Didn't really matter though, because he switched. Like, I just outsped him. U-turn out here. I have no item anymore, so I think... What do I have in the back to really deal with this thing? He has Arclet on. I don't really have anything to really deal with Arclet on, actually. I'm just gonna U-turn out here. I'm gonna U-turn out. I could go for knockoff again too. I'm gonna knock off onto the Arclet on. He just surrenders. Okay. He's like, yeah, I fucked up. I'm gonna get wrecked because I have no damage and I did a bad Terra. He realizes the Terra Water on the Indeedee was a misplay. Whatever. I don't know if I would have won that match because the Arclet on still, if it had stamina, it still would have been able to set up on me pretty well, and I never had Ursaluna or anything. So I still would have maybe did some stuff. I'm not sure though. It would have came down to the Colossal, I think, and then probably the Arclet on in the late game. It would have to be like a 2v1. I could still try to win that way, but it would be a really close game. Kind of surrendered a little bit too early there in my opinion, but whatever. See you guys in another match. Alright, we're here with another match. My one has the Golden Goal, Armor Rogue, Indeedee, Meowscarada, Mousehold, and Primarina. A lot of really boring teams on the ladder tonight. I'm being real with you guys. Nothing really unique, just the same Pokemon every single game on my opponent's team. Nothing crazy at all. I think that the most unique thing the guy has is probably Meowscarada, but even then, like in this format, it's still decently common. What do I want to bring here? Incineroar is a no-brainer. 100% bringing Incineroar here. Really solid into my opponent's team. What else do I bring? I guess Palafin ain't too bad. It just gets kind of wrecked by the Meowscarada, though. I think I can bring Frigoraph. Frigoraph ain't too bad here. I can reverse Trick Room, I guess, if I want to. Too bad this Frigoraph doesn't have Prison. Prison, I think, would be pretty good, at least for this match. I'll bring the Frigoraph here. Bring the Colossal in the back. I think I'll bring Rillaboom so I can get rid of his terrain. It's gonna be one of those matches where I can't like self-proc the steam engine though. But I don't think I'm really gonna need steam engine unless he hits me with like a hyper voice with his own pre-marina, which maybe could happen this match. I don't know. Depends what he brings. Just leads with this. I could fake out here if I really wanted to, but I think I'm better off just going for knockoff. I think that's what I do here. I could also go for like Trick Room, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Trick Room here. He leads with this. I don't know if he actually has in DD Armor Rogue, because you think he'd bring in DD Armor Rogue, plus like the Pre-Marina. I don't really expect him to have this if he's bringing his full Trick Room stuff. He could have it in the back, though. I wouldn't put it past him, though. If it's just like the DD Armor Rogue duo. Oh, Terra Ghost expecting a fake out. That's fine. That's perfect. That's perfect, though. Fake tears. Okay. That just fucking one-shots me, so I get no Trick Room turn 1. That's a new one. I haven't seen fake tears mouse hold. What do you choice scarfed? Let's see what item you are. A choice spec, so that's why I did so much. I was gonna say even at -2 I should maybe live that, but that's why I did so damn much. I just go into Gorilla Boom here, I think. I mean, he can go for this fake tears bullshit again if he really wants to, but I think he just switches on this turn. I go for knockoff onto Mousehold and probably just fucking one-shot the little guy, so that's what I do here, and then I think he just switches on this turn, so I'm gonna Woodhammer predicting a switch on the Golden Ghost slot. I think he switches out here to either into his own Indeedee or he goes into something else. Armor Rogue probably comes in here if he has that. Just the Indeedee to get rid of my terrain, so it's not gonna do as much damage, which kind of sucks. He also probably has Armor Rogue in the back, I'm assuming. I'll just protect, okay. Let's see how much this does. If I knew he would have went into DD, I actually maybe could have U-turned there. Made a pretty good play. Oh, he's at -1 too with Mousehold, so even if he goes for like Population Bomb, I don't know how much that'll actually do. I'm just gonna knock off again, and I'm gonna U-turn out this time. Now he's gonna withdraw this, so let me guess, Armor Rogue comes in now. Okay, you're gonna catch a knockoff. If he's not going for follow me here, he's gonna catch a knockoff, and this thing's dead. So that's fine, I don't really care. U-turn actually doesn't do that much. I thought that would do way more. I think the one main good thing that I have going here is, like, I have the Meteor Beam into Armor Rogue and he can't Terra. I think that's probably the best thing I got going for me here. I don't know what Mousehold has to one-shot the Colossal either. I mean, I guess this thing probably just come in. I think I just go Terra Water here, though. I think I just go Terra Water Colossal and I just go for the Meteor Beam onto the Armor Rogue. I think that's my play here. He was Specs, he's not Specs anymore, so he's not going to be doing as much damage. I just don't know what he really has for, like, Incineroar here either. Like, what do you have? Like, I just knock off. I knock off again, and I go Terra Water here, and I go Meteor Beam. He could go Wide Guard, too, expecting, like, a Heat Wave or, like, a Earthquake, maybe. I don't know why I'd go for Earthquake on my own Incineroar, but maybe that's what he thinks. Probably Heat Wave, though. Or Rock Slide. Well, he has Meteor Beam on his own armor. He actually outspeeds me. He's a fast Armor Rogue. Is that choice? That has to be choice scarfed. That could be choice scarfed armor rogue. Oh yeah, I avoid the armor. Oh my gosh, I avoid. I better one-shot him in return. Colossal, bro, you gotta one-shot this guy into return, please. Get him out of here. You gotta get him out of here. He missed his move. Now you gotta land yours. Get the one-shot on this thing. Prove why you're worth it. Why are you worth using on this team? Just a +1. Gotta land this. You gotta land this and get the 1 KO. There it is. It wrecked. What a stroke of luck that was. We ended up dodging the meteor beam. We got the KO on the golden goal, which wouldn't have happened if I would have died. And we got the double KO on the armor rogue with the meteor beam. So I don't know how he wins now. He could protect here, but I don't know how he wins. I just knock off, and then I'm at +1. I just go for Scald. Let's go for a burn. He surrenders. Wow, what a game. That miss there cost him the match. If he would have landed that meteor beam, he still would have been in the game. I do have Rillaboom in the back, though. It would just come down to, I think, how much speed he was running if he would outspeed me. He was running kind of a fast armor rogue there, though, because he did outspeed Incineroar. And if you're running really slow armor rogue, usually Incineroar just ends up outspeeding, especially this build. So, kind of weird, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys in one more match. Alright, we're going against a banned Ubers mythical team. Oh, that's fun. Ogerpon, Iron Valiant, Arceus, either that's Ghost or Poison Arceus, I think. Primarina, and Frigoraph. So what do I do here? I think what I do is I bring Incineroar Rillaboom lead. I think that's my best lead here. Bring the Ursaluna in the back. Fortunately, I don't think Colossal really does much for me in this game. It just doesn't really do much. Gets wrecked by like 3 things on his team. I think I'm better off. He just left. He left. He rage quitted. Wow, okay. Okay, well, seeing you guys another match. Alright, well, instead of going against a team that had an Arceus, the guy leaves and rage quits for whatever reason. Now we're going against a Regulation Chi team. Ogerpon, Fire, Urshifu, I think that's Water, Urshifu, Terapagos, Amoonguss, Iron Hands, and Fluttermane. I can tell you right now, my team's not prepared to go against this stuff, so I'm about to get fucking wrecked. I'm gonna get wrecked versus this team. Bring in Palafin. Bring in the Incineroar here. I think I bring Rillaboom and then I bring Ursaluna. That's what I have to do to win. I don't think Colossal in this game does anything at all. Unfortunately, it just makes me lose. Gets wrecked by Urshifu, gets wrecked by like half his team, so does nothing. And its damage output even at +1 is not enough. If I want a chance to win, I gotta bring the best. Biggest test for this team so far. Can I get a dub versus a Regulation Chi team? We're gonna try to. I'm forced to switch out here, though. I'm forced to switch. I'm going right into Rillaboom, but if he goes for like a grass move on me, that could be kind of bad. I could fake out here. I think I'm just better going for a burn on Urshifu here, though. I think he's going to spike his shield. Or not. He gets a wood hammer that does a shit ton of damage on me. There's the Surging Strikes. I don't think I live that even at -1. Yeah, there's no way I'm living. Goes to show you why Urshifu deserves to never ever come back ever again once Generation 10 hits. This thing should always forever be banned from VGC going forward every other generation. Hopefully this was the last generation that Urshifu was legal, because this thing should never be legal. Ban that fucker, please. Put him on the same list as all the mythicals. I think that's warranted with how fucking broken and busted the fucking thing is. What do I even do here? I guess Palafin. I go into Palafin and I go for Wave Crash onto the Ogre Pawn. I think that's what I try to do here. I'm gonna Wood Hammer, and then I'm just gonna go for Wave Crash here onto the Ogre Pawn. I mean, I could Terra too. I think it's too early to Terra. I think if I need to Terra, I think I save it for Ursaluna in the back. She outspeeds me. I'm just dead. I live on 1. I live on 1. How? How do I live? Close combat. I tank that. I should get a double KO here. I'm dead to recoil though, so I'm kind of just trading the Ogre Pawn here. If I do get this, I should. From this range, yeah, I do. So I trade Palafin for Ogre Pawn. Not really the best trade. This match is going to go down to the wire. It's going to come down to the Ursaluna trying to, like, play late game 1v2, clean up the crew. And he's Sash or Shifu too, so that doesn't help me at all. I think if he goes for Terra on this turn too, it actually gets rid of my terrain. We'll see if he goes for Terra. I think he just goes for Terra here though. I need to go for Hyper Voice to try to get my +1 boost. He's going to go for Terra, and then I think he just wipes away my terrain, so I think I just lose here. If he gets rid of my terrain and Urshifu close combats Ursaluna, I just lose. So it probably one-shots me. Yeah, there goes my terrain. I'm hoping at least what he did here is he just goes after the Rillaboom for some reason. Just like Aqua Jets the Rillaboom or some crazy shit and not just close combat. Maybe he misplayed here. I don't think he did though. Or just hacked. Okay. Okay. I don't know if it really matters though. I think it's this. He outspeeds me, just dumpsters me here. I Terra too, so I take extra damage now. There's no way I one-shot him, so I think I just lose. What a fucking shithead. Everybody's playing a Regulation H, and this guy is on the fucking ladder using his broken-ass fucking Regulation G team versus all these Regulation H teams that aren't prepared to go against this garbage. I don't know. I don't know if I'll include this one in the video for you guys. If I do, I'll throw it in, but what a fucking piece of shit match, because there's no way I win this at all. Even with like the best shit on this team. This team is not meant to go against Regulation Chi stuff. Like, especially Shifu and, like, Terapagos and all this other shit. Ogre Pawn fucking destroys half this team by itself. Like, that's how weak it is to Ogre Pawn. It's not meant to go against that at all. Shifu, like, destroys half this team by itself as well. Like, look at this team and look at it, like, Water-type Shifu, like, how much shit it fucking destroys. It's crazy. Didn't want to go against that, but I'm not going to hold it too much against this team because, like I said, it's not meant to go against Regulation G teams. But it didn't even really stand a chance at all. Got fucking wrecked, so. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, as for this team, is Coalossal worth using? I think the answer overall, especially if you got a team like this backing you up and you still really aren't the greatest, I think Coalossal has actually seen its time. I think it hit its peak back in Dynamax era, and I just don't think it's really that good anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, Terra Water's decent on it, but I think the main problem with it is its stats. Overall, like, its stats just really lack. Like, on a lot of stuff, you just miss the KO. Even at +1, with the extra special attack boost at +1, you just miss out on so many KOs. It's not strong enough, and it's not bulky enough, especially in this format, and especially requiring a Terra every single game to try to make it work. It's just not really worth. Overall, Coalossal, I just don't think is that good of a mon to be using in Regulation H. Especially with this team, I thought it maybe be better with like a team like this in Regulation H format, where it maybe has a chance to do something. in this type of thing, but I just don't think it's that good. There's a few things I would actually change with this team as well. Like, this team really lacks fairy type coverage. There's a few testing matches where like my opponents had like dragon spam, or there's like a lot of, most common Terra right now is on Golden Go is Terra Dragon as well. This team kind of struggles with Golden Go, especially if it's Terra Dragon. That's one thing that it really does not want to go against. I don't know how many testing games. I did like 4 or 5 testing games with this team. I think out of 4 or 5 of those matches, I went against a Golden Go that was like Terra Dragon. And I think every one of those I lost, which is crazy. And this team, I know, I kind of struggled a few games. There's a lot of stuff this team really isn't like going against. Like, you have the Terra Fairy on the Frigraph there, but like a lot of the shit that the Frigraph wants to fight, it just hits you for super effective damage anyways most of the time, or like 2 shots you. And you're just so slow unless you get your Trick Room up. You either get, you're so low health anyways where you don't do much. Once you have your Trick Room up, you just get maybe 1 turn of damage. Or you just get 1-shotted or like 2-shotted and they just double into you. Like, you just take so much damage where it doesn't really matter. So I think this team needs a better fairy type. I would throw a fairy type on this team, get rid of the Frigraph, maybe like some type of fairy Trick Room setter that isn't Frigraph on this team. I don't know. Or something else. Or get rid of the Colossal. If I'm being real, if you want to make this team better, get rid of the fucking Colossal. And I think this team would be a million times better. Get rid of that and throw like some other fairy type on this team, like a Primarina or like something else. I wouldn't say we already have a water type, but I don't know, some Sylveon, even like Sylveon. There's so many other fairy types that would be decent on this team. You can go like a psychic type too that isn't Frigraph, or something like Spathra is kind of common currently. People are starting to experiment with that. I've seen with like Espeon, which I ran a few teams back. If you guys missed that, check it out. It should be on screen for you guys right now. I'll link that at the end of the video, but there's a lot of other stuff that makes really good use of like a Fairy Terra. I don't know, get rid of the Colossal. I think this team should be better. I think that's the main thing that's actually holding this team back. If they're kind of looking at it in retrospect, the Colossal is actually the weak link of this team. I think the rest of the team is actually really solid, especially the Ursaluna, by far the MVP of this team. But I don't know, I think that's the main problem. Is it good? When it actually has a decent type matchup and like a decent matchup in the enemy team that happen to be like really weak to rock or fire, like the combo of water and fire at the same time for whatever reason, then it can maybe put in some work, but even then it's usually so slow, or you need to try to get the +6 speed boost for it to even do anything. It just takes so many resources to make it work. I just don't think it's that good. But if you guys want to test it, let me know how you guys do. Rental in the corner, paste down below. Check it out and try it out for yourself. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. And I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody.